Let's do this. Yes, team, what is up? Welcome to Motosumo. My name is Ben and I am one of our trainers here in the lovely studio in London, ready to be taking you through our half an hour beginner class. Now, beginner class is sort of there that if you are a beginner, it's there to take you through, it's there to introduce you to everything, to take you through the app and stuff, take you through the sort of little bits that we do at Motosumo technique, and then once we've done all of that, I can take you through each different sort of style. So I'm gonna do some sort of climbs, some sort of intervals, some sprints, all stuff like that. If you've done one of our class lots before, this is a slightly less intense class, so we're gonna take it down in terms of that intensity for everyone to enjoy. Think of it more as an all levels class. Welcome to your beginner class. Now team, if you are doing that on demand, first off enjoy all our videos on the on demand, but I want to make sure you get on a live class pretty soon team, because our live classes is where it's at. Look, we can interact with you, I can keep you accountable, I can check your numbers, and we can have a bit of fun together. Now we got that laid down, let's get into it. Cool, we're gonna start the way we always do here at Motosumo. But I want you to take all of your resistance, all of any sort of tension on that bike. I want you to come down to resistance 0. That means nothing, down to the very, very, very bottom, because everyone's got different bikes, everyone's got different bodies, and so we all want to start at that same point. And it's not here, it's we take it up just a little bit. We take it up to that resistance 1, which basically means we add a tiny bit of resistance. Basically, so it's like you're riding on a flat road, so it's not as if you're going down here. So if you're on a flat road, you actually have to do something to move forward. And that's where we begin, team. And we go for this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you should be able to actually feel something, feel a bit of weight as you move those legs around. Sick work. Now feel that in the legs. Once again, this is a flat road. Resistance is one of the main things we concentrate on, and resistance is basically the weight under our feet, or it's a sort of different incline. So right now resistance 1 is like that flat road. Resistance 2, if you compare it to like a treadmill, it's like a 2 or 3 on the incline. A 4 and 5 is resistance 3, a 6 or 7, so pretty damn steep, is a 7 or 8. We're just gonna chill at this resistance 1 right now. So if you think of that resistance 4, which is our top one, it's like that steady, heavy climb. But we're gonna warm up in this, and we're gonna play around with some cadence, and cadence is the other main thing you concentrate on. So, team, if you look at the bottom of your screen, and you see that cadence meter is measured in RPM. So that number is RPM, revolutions per minute. And it's how many times your feet go around in a circle in a minute. So right now, you're probably just chilling in maybe blue or green, because we're not going mad fast, and it's pretty easy in this resistance 1. We're gonna bring it up. We're gonna put a bit of energy into it. Just lift up that pace into your yellow zone. Your yellow zone is 90 to 110. And to start with, just gonna put it into there for 30 seconds. Start to build it up. We're going 3, 2, 1, go with me. Let's go. 90 to 110. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we slow it down. In these breaks, after these pushes, when we pull it back, we don't stop riding. We don't stop our legs moving. We just pull it back a bit on that pace. Now when we come into the new track, we're gonna go for a minute this time. So I want you to hold that same sort of pace, that same sort of RPM that you held for that previous push. We're gonna hold it for a full minute now. So we're getting a bit more into that endurance, and we go for that. 3, 2, 1, let's go, new track, new energy, into that first minute. The theme of my classes recently have been about what you're doing for yourself. In terms of that, What are you doing each day? Not right now, but right now should be an answer. Is what are you doing for yourself? What are you doing to improve yourself every day? Because you should be. You should be able to give yourself that time that's yours and yours alone to improve yourself. And this is one of those things, whether it's fitness, whether it's some time away from anything else, time away from work, time with me, we use it. Because these are special moments. We're busy people, busy lives. But right now, we're riding, getting the most out of this. Good, 6 seconds. Keep holding in there. 3, 2, 1. Lovely stuff. Now I'm sure you sort of knew what sort of number you were playing at then. Maybe it was 95, maybe you're playing slightly more towards 100. Now we're gonna go back to your 30-second push. And this time, we're gonna go for 30 seconds again. You're gonna try to add 10 onto that RPM. 10 onto that RPM. You're going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's push it. Three, 2, 1. Love it. Let's take it up. We find our resistance 2. And we start with that 30 seconds once again. So remember, we're just adding on a couple points onto that incline now. So imagine you're leaning back and actually having to work to get up that hill. Back to 30 seconds, 90 on that RPM, 90 to 100. In 3, 2, 1. Now we start to work that flip, that switch into working mode. I do like to spend a lot of time in these lower resistances, especially in a beginner class, because look, we're beginners, we don't want to push ourselves necessarily as hard. So we're going for it. Yo, Spinderella. Loving that name. What's up? How you doing? In those 90s. 3, 2, 1. Slowing it down. Lovely stuff. Can do that same thing. Gonna go straight into that minute this time. Yes, Spinderella. 90s once again. 1 minute on the clock. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Into that resistance 2. We're into that working mode now as well. Let's see 90s. Let's see yellow on that meter, because remember, this class, this half an hour within your whole day is nothing. It's hardly anything in terms of time, but it means a lot to prioritize yourself, to prioritize your health, and to prioritize yourself a bit of time to improve. That's what we do here. Yeah, Spinderella. 90s, remember. Yeah, loving it. Good, 10 seconds. Then it's time we take it up. Resistance 3 is coming out. 3, 2, 1, pull it back, just put it in that green zone. Keep those legs moving, and let's take it up in that resistance. Banging tune, come on to the next one. What's it gonna be? Obviously another banger. Now we're up to that resistance 3. Now this is feeling a bit more like mud to actually have to work our way around. But you still wanna keep that core in the middle. You still wanna keep that center of gravity in the middle. I'm gonna run through a little checklist here as we come into our new track, which is an absolute banger. Elbows tucked in, gentle bend in those arms, shoulders rolled back, which forces that back to be nice and straight. Now your core is nice and engaged. It's not tense, nothing should be tense, they're just engaged. And from there, it's all about that lower body. So you're kicking out, pulling back. So basically you're imagining you're kicking your bum with your heel. So you're dragging it around as well as kicking it out. Then you get that efficiency of movement. 30 seconds in resistance 3, trying to hit sort of 80 to 90 now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go! as we start to work our way through, as we start to build up, the technique becomes paramount because then you start to chuck yourself around. Yo, I'm not saying you can't have that little dance, but it's not the most efficient way of riding. 3, 2, 1. Nice, put it back. Let's go again. 1 minute on the clock, same thing, Spinderella. 3, 2, 1. Come with me. Yo, loving these numbers you're pulling out. We're getting more into that sort of power zone now, so that proper heavy stuff. Power zone, or power in general, is resistance plus cadence, and right now we're playing in one of those higher resistances. Giving you a bit of speed as well. 3, 2, 1, rest. Love it. Now, it's resistance 4 time. Now we're gonna give a bit of time in this resistance 4, our heaviest resistance. So now, really taking it down. Now really making it heavy, like sludge. Imagine you're on that steepest resistance, that steepest incline, heaviest resistance. We're gonna go straight into 30 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest, times 4. All sat down. We got 5, 4, ready, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Trying to hit 70 to 80 now, Spinderella. 70 to 80.
We break up and you slam the door.
This resistance should make you feel like you want to do this, but you're not gonna let it. Nope. You're gonna stay in the middle, yeah? You got that? You bang on that technique? Let me know. Come on, Spinderella. 3, 2, 1. Nice, slow down, 30 seconds rest. It's all right, we got a rest now. They're 30-30, which basically means 1-to-1 work to rest ratio. So you got plenty of rest for how much you're working. So enjoy this rest. But because we've got all that rest, I want you to remember to really go for it in these pushes. Eight seconds, go again. Number 2 of 4. 3, 2, 1, go! Three, 2, 1, rest. Woo. It's getting sweaty. But we got this. 2 down, 2 to go. See if you could lift that number a little bit. So say you're sitting around that 70 mark, maybe go up to 72, 73. Let's see if we can improve on each effort. Aim for those better goals. We're going 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Let's go, let's go. 3, 2, 1. Woo. Spinderella, how you doing? Loving those little additions, that little RPM addition you've got for each one. One more here, then we get to mix it up. Then we come down in that resistance. 15 seconds. One more, last push in this resistance 4. In fact, let's add a little bit of resistance, just a tiny bit. Come on. 4, 3, 2, 1. Love it, new track. I want you to try to stay on that same number you were working with before, even though we've made that little addition. Three, 2, 1, rest. Party. Cool, down to resistance 2 for me. Now we get to let those legs loose. Now we get to fly. We're gonna go for a 1 minute race in that resistance 2. Now, this is gonna be setting a marker as to how fast you can go. This should really loosen up. Remember, it's not that resistance 1, so you should be able to feel a bit of tension, a bit more tension under those legs than that resistance 1, but we go for this. Ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go! One minute on the clock to let loose. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Oh my. Breathe. Have a little sip of water. Oh, wonderful stuff. I want you to head into resistance 3 now. Also, before we move on, spinner earlier, I want you to have a look at the number you just got, that 528. And we're going to come back to this race, and I know you can beat it next time. You got it, that was a top effort. But let's come out of that, head into resistance 3. 1 minute of work, 30 seconds rest, times 3. 30 seconds in resistance 3, 30 seconds in resistance 1, so we're going to lose all that resistance. So starting between 80 and 90 for 30 seconds, and then I want us to take it way up for 30 seconds. So in resistance 3 right now, we go in 3, 2, 1, let's go. 80 to 90. For 30, and now remember, we're not dropping it down to resistance 2, we drop it down to resistance 1. So I want you to show me some big speed spin rally. See if you can add on a couple more points onto RPM. Dropping down resistance 1. 3, 2, 1, speed! I should see some big old jumps here. More. Go, go, go. Three, 2, 1, rest there. Oh my. Oi, this is tough. But we made this work. Because this is our time to work on ourselves. This is our time to focus on our happier, healthier lives. And it's only half an hour. Also, 10 minutes left. Purple zone. Take it back up to resistance 3 for me. We got 5, exactly the same thing. 4, ready. 3, 2, 1, game time. Game time. Remember, 80 to 90. 5, 4, resistance 1, 3, 2, 1, all the way down. Resistance 1, speed Spinderella, speed Motosumo. You got under 10 minutes left. And you got that big 30-second break as well in between. Let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. Nice, 3, 2, 1, rest there. Take another 30 seconds. Loving those numbers. As long as we're going above 100, that's what we're aiming for. That's something to celebrate. Okay. Okay. We go again, one more then. Resistance 3, Motosumo, out with me. 5, 4, oh yeah. 3, 2, 1, let's go. For the final time, dropping it down to resistance 1 in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Resistance 1. Let's go. Four, 3, 2, 1. And rest there. How are we feeling? Give me a thumbs up. Give me some muscles to know that you're doing well. We've only got a couple more little rounds to go. Remember, you got that race coming up towards the end as well. We're gonna go into a little resistance 4. Spinderella, you are so close. Resistance 4, we're gonna do a 2-minute climb. 1 minute sat down, 1 minute potentially standing up. Resistance 4, 70 to 80. We're going 3, 2, 1, let's go. So we're gonna get a nice little break. After this, 2 minutes. But halfway through this 2-minute climb, we're all gonna stand up. It's only an option, it's a beginner class, so standing up is only an option. We're gonna go for a 1 minute stood up climb after this. Remember, we're in that resistance 4, so it should be way heavy enough. Spinderella, you gonna stand up with me? I know you got it. I know you got it. Yeah, that's what we like to hear. Standing up in 15. Okay. Okay. Standing up in 4, 3, 2, 1. Climb. Jump on that beat if you need to. Hinged over back, nice and straight still. Gentle bend in those arms. Loving this. We're close. Yeah, it's a beginner class, but it still tests you out at the end no matter what, doesn't it? 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit down. 30 seconds. Loving it. Loving it. Resistance 2. This is what we got to imagine. We've got to imagine that fire. You've got to imagine you're a rocket. You've got to imagine the trophies that are going to come after this race. This is how we finish it off. 1 minute race till the end. Comes in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We go. You know that number you're chasing, and we are done after this. So you're gonna give me some speed. That's what you are. And that's what you're gonna receive after. All the way. Remember the reason you got on this bike. Remember that you're doing this for yourself. Remember, if it was easy, everyone would do it. This is about challenging yourself, pushing yourself, going for it. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We did it. Spinderella. I caught you in the last few seconds by 3 meters. Take your resistance all the way down. That was a huge effort. Look at that improvement on your previous score. That is what it is all about. And that is unbelievable. You should also feel like this. That's what you should feel like right now. Let's breathe. Take it down to that resistance 0. And just roll your shoulders back whilst we breathe. Take a big deep breath in for me. Hold it. Breathe out. Let's go again. One more time. Head over to one side. And throughout this Spinderella Motosumo, when you make sure you're reflecting in your class, reflecting is where we've been. Head over to the other side, lean over there. And just think about what you completed. Nice little celebratory dance. Cool, we're gonna stand it up. Little party. Push those heels back. Getting that stretch down there, so important. Stretching, just as important as the race in a sense, as the class. Spinning around, doing that same thing on that other side. Gotta get that recovery in, gotta get that sleep in. Look, it's the whole approach of Motosumo. We're looking to improve lives, one little step at a time. Good, from there, taking those arms up, little stretch over to one side, then bring it over to the other side, and from there bring it around for me into that heart center, where I say thank you so much. Spinderella, you're an absolute legend. The Motosumo, that was wicked. It was a beginner class, but it got a little bit spicy towards the end. Sending all my love, because that was a wicked one. Have an amazing one. Peace and love all around. Making sure you're clicking save on your workout, because it'll all be saved. And making sure you're finding us on social media as well. Peace out, everyone, and I will see you later. Goodbye.